Assalamu alaikum and good morning to all my teachers. Welcome back to school after a long and hopefully happy summer vacations. Not so hectic for some of the teachers. They had to do some work at their home, so not so happy or happy summer vacations are over now, and now we are back to our work. And this meeting, which will be followed by a brief workshop on NEP, that is New Education Policy. So this meeting is mainly for the teachers of the senior secondary wing and all the other wings in the ABPS, but since some of the points are useful for all the teachers, whether they are working in the nursery section or ABPLC, it is a routine, as you all know, that we conduct a meeting of teachers with me in the beginning of the session, which could not be conducted due to the corona pandemic for the last 2 years. So let's get back to our points. One of the very important point is that now the focus of all of us should be on the academic improvement of the children, because they are lagging behind in academics and academic related fields, because according to the new education policy, we cannot separate or segregate co-curricular or extracurricular activities from the academics. So they go side by side, hand in hand. So we should focus on the academics. And the next thing which we need to focus more is on the discipline of the students, because by staying home for so long, they have become very indisciplined and they are like raw material in our hands. We have to mold them into better persons, better human beings. And for that, we need to make them more disciplined. And the other thing is that we need to focus on co-curricular activities, including the sports. So our main focus from 4th of July itself should be on these three aspects. That is academics, discipline, and co-curricular activities of the students. And all of us are responsible for that, not the heads of the particular section, but all of us should be responsible, should feel responsible for this. We should take it as our goal. We should take it as a mission to make them better in their academics, to make them better in their discipline, and to make them better in the co-curricular activities. It should be a mission for all of us as teachers. Now, all the teachers are required to be, this is the second point which I need to be very specific and very firm regarding this, that all the teachers need to be very punctual and regular to school. Please don't take unnecessary leaves. It creates a lot of problem for us and for the timetable in charges to make the arrangement of absentee teachers. And the students, they also suffer a lot because of this regular absenteeism. So unless and until you have a genuine reason, and that should be conveyed to your respective head one day in advance, no unnecessary leave. सुबह में आँख नहीं खुली, छुट्टी मान लेते हैं. सुबह में आँख नहीं खुली, half day leave ले लेते हैं. Half day in the first half will not be permitted. And Aisha, please note down the minutes of the meeting, okay? Do you have any pen and pencil with you, Aisha? Where are you? Are you having the required material with you? Pen it down so that we can circulate it in writing also, that we are not going to allow any teacher to take leave in the first half. If it is genuinely required, they can take the leave in the second half, but with the prior permission from their heads or in charges. And no unnecessary leave, please. And one more thing which I want to be very specific is that I am not going to be lenient in that matter from now onwards. That is 3 days late to school, the person will be marked 1 CL or 1 LWP. 3 days late to school, and all the heads are requested to take into account this thing very seriously. They have to mark the particular teacher with a red dot, so that at the end of the month, the person who is responsible to send the leaves, he will automatically mark that person absent for 1 day. So if the CL are in balance, CL will be marked. If no CL are in balance, then LWP will be marked. And no excuses for that. आज मोटरसाइकिल में पंक्चर हो गया था, आज जो है आँख देर से खुली, आज जो है वो ई रिक्शा नहीं मिल रहा था, आज हम सर में दर्द था, कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम है. क्योंकि देखिए एक सबके कोई ना कोई प्रॉब्लम ही बताते हैं. कोई ये नहीं कहता कि हम ऐसे ही आराम से देर में सो के उठे थे इसलिए हम देर में आए हैं. सबको कोई ना कोई अपनी प्रॉब्लम ही बतानी होती है फॉर बीइंग लेट. तो कोई भी प्रॉब्लम एंटरटेन नहीं की जाएगी. From 4th of July, everybody has to be on time, and CL or LWP will be marked for the latecomers. Then the third thing is that now we have a lot of smart panels in our particular building, that is 4 or 5 in each of the buildings. So focus should be on the teaching and learning with the help of smart panels. Okay, so focus should be conceptual learning. That is the need of the hour. That is there in the new education policy also. Conceptual learning, experiential learning. The focus should be in all the classes towards these 2 points. So we have to use a smart panel to make them understand the concept well. It should not be rote learning. It should be conceptual learning. आपने बहुत easy होता है क्लासरूम में, जो कि हम pedagogy का इस्तेमाल करते हैं ज़्यादातर teachers, कि they take out the book, they ask the students to take out their books, then start reading from that book, whether it is English or social science or EVS or any subject except maths, science also, and then they make 1 or 2 student stand up and learn the same paragraph again and again, and then they put make them write down the questions and answers at the back of the given at the back of the lesson, at the end of the lesson. This should not be the way. It should be changed. If still some of the teachers are adopting this, please change it. Please focus on conceptual learning. Please focus on interactive learning, interactive classrooms, where the focus should be on the questions, not on the answers. Encourage students to put up questions more and more. And you also need to take the help of ICT. You need to take help of the smart panels which are being installed in this school. And more smart panels will be installed in the due course of time, but the teachers, they have to take advantage of that. They have to use the smart panels properly. So this is the next thing which we have to focus on. The second, next thing is that all the CCA in charges of different wings should submit a CCA calendar of 22-23, including ABPLC. along with the learning outcome of the activities mentioned. So you need to prepare a calendar. These co-curricular activities should be in sync with the academics, and you have to prepare a CCA activities calendar along with the learning outcome, and this calendar should be submitted in my office latest by 10th of July. Okay? By 10th of July, all the CCA in charges of different wings of schools along with ABPLC, they have to brainstorm, prepare an co-curricular activities calendar along with the learning outcomes which you are expecting from those activities, and submit it in my office latest by 10th of July. I will have a meeting with CCA in charges and sports teacher along with the heads of different wings on 5th of July in the stay back in the committee room of middle wing. Okay, on 5th we will have a meeting. All the heads along with their CCA in charges, they will have to come to attend that meeting. We know that Fatma Akhlaq ma'am and Aisha ma'am are the CCA in charges of senior secondary school building, and they can along with them Seher ma'am and Anam ma'am will also come to attend that meeting. Okay, on 5th of July. So Anam Iqbal ma'am, Anam Tariq ma'am, and not Anam Tariq, Anam Iqbal ma'am. Okay. Then focus should be on weak and average students of your class, and remedial measures should be taken just after the PT1 UT1. You know that our PT1 and unit test 1 of class 12 and class 12 will be starting from 15th. Just after the result of that unit test and PT exams, remedial classes should be arranged in the stay back. Okay, remedial measures should be taken, and our focus should be on the weak students or average students. We have to take extra care of those students who are unable to cope with the academic flow of your class. Okay, so you need to segregate, you need to write the names of, and this is the responsibility of the subject teachers along with the class teachers. Class teachers, they should have a list of weak students of their class with them, and this list should be prepared in consultation with the subject teachers who are teaching in that particular class. So that list should be there in your plan diary also, because we have a column for that, a page for that also in our plan diary. So, and you need to write the measures which you are taking for those weak students, for those students who are not able to compete or who are not able to being in the flow of the academics. That is, they are not doing well in their respective classes. Then focus should also be on discipline. Heads of different section of a school should prepare duty chart of teachers who will be on duty at gate, canteen, baradari. All the heads are requested to do it on 4th itself along with the discipline in charges of their particular wing. And especially middle wing and senior wing boys teachers will be placed on duty, because in middle wing and senior wing buildings are nearer to the gate. So the gate discipline, baradari discipline and canteen discipline will be the responsibility of the teachers of the middle wing and the senior secondary boys. We know we can handle it very efficiently, and it is our duty because school is one, and we know that it is not possible for the girls, for the female teachers to move from their building so far to the gate and canteen to look after the discipline of the girls. So we as one school are not only responsible for the discipline of our own building, we are responsible for the discipline of the whole school. So at the time of departure, at least, teachers should be there, and at the time of recess also, teachers should be there to observe the discipline of the students, whether they are the students of middle wing, whether they are the students of primary wing, whether they are the students of girls wing, to monitor their discipline and kindly cooperate. This duty is fortnightly, not for the whole session of the school. So different teachers will be placed fortnightly, so it will not be a burden on teachers. फोर्टनाइटली ड्यूटीज़ लगेंगी तो बहुत ज़्यादा बर्डन नहीं होगा, लेकिन हम सब की ये जिम्मेदारी बनती है। और इसमें मैं कहूँगी कि सिर्फ एक प्रॉक्टर हमारे राशिद साहब हैं या असिस्टेंट प्रॉक्टर असलम सूरी हैं, 2-4 और असिस्टेंट प्रॉक्टर हैं, सिर्फ उनकी ड्यूटी नहीं है। इट इज़ द ड्यूटी ऑफ ऑल द टीचर्स। तो काइंडली मेक अ ड्यूटी चार्ट अहमद साहब, एंड इफ़ यू वांट यू कैन कंसल्ट राशिद साहब रिगार्डिंग इट, ओके। And the teachers should be placed on the canteen, at Baradari and at the gate for monitoring the discipline of the school. Okay, thank you. Then, and this, that is to make the duty chart and to do the duties as per the duty chart should be done regularly without any fail. Okay, and it should be sent to the respective heads also, so they should have an idea that whose name is there at which place in that particular fortnight. Okay, then this log books are not being used in the primary section, I think, and in the nursery, so this is only for the senior section and the middle section. Log books to do the entry should be used by every teacher in each period. These will be submitted to the heads in charges whenever asked. All the class teachers, they have the log books with them? Yes? Now start using those log books from 4th of July. In the senior section, they are already using it. All the other teachers of girls section and the middle wing, they should start using the log books. The log books should be placed with the monitors. Yes, you are using it for the last several years, but in between and that practice because of the corona, but they started using it from April itself. So start using the log books, and the entry by each teacher should be done in that log book. Log book is the responsibility of the class teacher along with the monitor of that particular class. It cannot be carried by the class teacher all the time. So he or she can make one student or 2 students responsible for keeping that log book, so that the log books should be properly maintained. All the teachers, subject teachers, are required to enter the timings of their entry into the class, the number of students which were present in that particular class, and the time of exit of the period number, in which period they are filling that logbook, and what topic are they teaching in that particular class on that particular day. That logbook should be maintained, and whenever the heads or principal they ask, they have to submit that logbook in their office to verify and to recheck it. Okay? Then lesson plan diaries. All the teachers are requested to maintain the lesson plan diaries, and they have to write their lesson plan on a weekly basis and should submit the lesson plan diaries on every Monday without fail. These lesson plan diaries should be filled for, you know that these diaries are according to the pre-planning of the lessons which you are going to teach in the coming week. This is for the new teachers. lesson plans should be prepared in advance. For example, if you are preparing the lesson for the next Monday, you have to do it today itself and need to submit the lesson plan diary to your respective head on every Monday for the whole week, Monday to Saturday. कुछ के अभी भी समझ में नहीं आया, हमारे तरफ सीनियर टीचर्स की बात नहीं कर रही हूँ, कुछ नए टीचर्स या कुछ ऐसे टीचर्स जो अभी नए अपॉइंट हुए हैं उनके लिए ये फिर से बता रही हूँ कि लेसन प्लान एडवांस में किया जाता है. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपने पढ़ा दिया और उसके बाद में आपने लिख के अपने हेड को दिया कि हम ये पढ़ा चुके हैं. वो तो हम आपसे जो है सिलेबस कंप्लीशन रिपोर्ट में मांगते हैं एट द एंड ऑफ द मंथ. तो प्लान जो करना पड़ता है, ये प्लानिंग तो आपको करनी है ना, तो प्लानिंग तो एडवांस में ही होती है, प्लानिंग बाद में नहीं होती है. तो लेसन प्लान डायरीज शुड बी मेंटेन प्रॉपरली. Lesson plans should be written in a proper way and should be submitted in the office of the respective heads every Monday without fail. And please, I'm not going to ask why a particular teacher has not submitted the diary yet. It is for all except the PTIs. You need to submit the lesson plan diary every Monday without fail, please. और उसमें मैं किसी की कोई एक्सक्यूज नहीं सुनूंगी कि हमारे काम बहुत था या कुछ भी हुआ. And all the heads are also advised to issue show cause notice to those teachers who fail to submit the lesson plan diaries on every Monday. It is very much a part of their duty and responsibility to submit the lesson plan diary on every Monday. And show cause will be issued, a copy of which will be sent to the management for sure from 4th of July without fail. And all the other heads, they need to send a copy to me also. Then this is one of the problems which we observe many a times during the session, that the teachers, they reach their class late by 5 minutes or late by 10 minutes. Kindly reach your classes on time. We have the cameras in our offices. All the classes, they are being monitored very minutely, and I am going to be very, very strict with this. All the teachers are required to reach their class on time. If you are taking a class in some other class, for example, on the ground floor, so it will take hardly 2 minutes to reach your class from the ground floor. Not more than that. 2 minutes, 3 minutes relaxation can be given to that particular teacher who is already taking a class and he has or she has to wind up the lesson and move to another class. Just stop your pen or chalk, whatever you are using, there and there only. Okay? Then and there only when you hear the bell of the period. And you have to, that is very, very important, management of the time. Time management is very important. You need to plan your lesson in such a way that you need not to rush up your lesson when the period bell goes. Kindly do it in advance. Practice it at your home. I am going to have a workshop on the lesson planning also someday. How to plan your lesson, how to distribute your timings according to the period time while planning your lesson. आप कोई चीज़ पढ़ा रहे हैं, बिल्कुल अगर आधा जुमला लिखा है, आपने आधा सेंटेंस लिखा है, तो जाहिर है कि कोई चीज़ होती है, विजडम, विवेक, वो आपको पूरा करना ही है. लेकिन अगर आप कोई क्वेश्चन कर रहे हैं और आधे में हैं और आपकी बेल हो गई तो उसको आधे पे रोक दीजिए एंड जस्ट ask the students, tell the students that you will continue that particular question next day when you will be having that particular period. देखिए जब आप लेट पहुंचते हैं तो एक साइकिल बन जाती है पूरी, और लेट पहुंचने से बहुत सारे डिस्टर्बेंसेस होते हैं. आप कितना ही बच्चे से कह लीजिए कि वो बिल्कुल खामोश बैठें टीचर अगर ना हो तो. अब एक टीचर अगर लेट पहुंच रहा है तो दूसरा जो अगर टाइम पे निकलना भी चाह रहा है तो वो भी लेट हो जाएगा, और फिर वो एक पूरी साइकिल हो जाती है और उससे बहुत केओस क्रिएट होता है. बच्चे जो हैं वो जान के बाहर निकल जाते हैं. आफ्टर एवरी पीरियड दे मूव आउट ऑफ देयर क्लासेस and it creates a lot of indiscipline. So kindly reach your classes on time, and especially in the arrangement periods. You don't take your arrangement periods lightly. Please don't take arrangement periods lightly. Okay? You have to reach your arrangement class on time and kindly engage स्टूडेंट इन अ पॉजिटिव वे इन योर अरेंजमेंट क्लास. आप एक टीचर हो, आप एक लैब असिस्टेंट नहीं हो कि आपको क्लास में भेजा तो आपके पास कुछ पढ़ाने को नहीं है, बताने को नहीं है. मैंने तो अक्सर देखा है कि हमारे लैब असिस्टेंट भी कुछ ना कुछ बता रहे होते हैं. आप एक टीचर हैं. आप अगर साइंस के टीचर हैं और आर्ट्स की क्लास में जाएं तो ये ज़रूरी नहीं है कि आप उनको जो है साइंस पढ़ाएंगे. आर्ट्स की क्लास है लेकिन आपके पास अपनी सब्जेक्ट नॉलेज के अलावा बहुत कुछ उनको देने को होता है. आप कोई एक टॉपिक लेके उनसे जो है डिस्कशन कर सकते हैं. मॉरल वैल्यूज पे उनको कोई लेक्चर दे सकते हैं. रोजाना अगर आप देंगे तो भी कम है. रोजाना आपका अरेंजमेंट लगेगा और रोजाना आप कोई टॉपिक जो उनकी नॉलेज में इजाफा कर सके, जो उनको बेहतर बना सके, अगर आप रोजाना भी लेंगे तो भी टीचर एज अ टीचर आपके पास कमी नहीं होगी उन टॉपिक की, अगर आप वाकई में अच्छे टीचर हैं. लेकिन हम इस चीज़ का यूज़ नहीं करते. खुद सोचिए आप. सेल्फ इंट्रोस्पेक्शन इज नीडेड. आप खुद सोचिए कि कितने अरेंजमेंट पीरियड्स में आप जो है बच्चों को एंगेज करते हैं. मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम बैठे रहेंगे और बच्चों से बस खामोश कराते रहेंगे उनको. कोई 4 जुमले भी नहीं बोलते ड्यूरिंग द होल अरेंजमेंट पीरियड बच्चों से. तो काइंडली मेक योर अरेंजमेंट पीरियड्स मोर इंटरैक्टिव. काइंडली इम्पार्ट योर नॉलेज विच इज देयर. फिर क्या होता है कि अब ये जो ज़माना है उसमें क्या हो रहा है कि बच्चे ये समझते हैं कि टीचर को उतना आता ही नहीं है जितना हमको आता है. छोटे छोटे बच्चे माँ बाप से कहने लगे हैं. ये एक मैं हकीकी बात बता रही हूँ. मेरे बच्चे बड़े हो गए हैं लेकिन मैं आपको इतनी सारी नॉलेजेबल बातें हो सकता है बता रही हूँ. आपको लगता होगा मैम को आता है. मेरे बच्चों को ये लगता है मैम को कुछ नहीं आता, मतलब मेरी अम्मा को कुछ नहीं आता. ये एक मेंटेलिटी बन गई है बच्चों की, और उस मेंटेलिटी को ख़त्म करने के लिए, उस मेंटेलिटी को पॉजिटिव, अपनी तरफ पॉजिटिविटी लाने के लिए आप लोगों को उनसे 2 कदम आगे बढ़ना है. आपको अपने आप को इनेबल करना है. पढ़ के कीजिए. नेट का इस्तेमाल व्हाट्सएप और फेसबुक को यूज़ ना करके अच्छी चीज़ में कीजिए. उस चीज़ से नॉलेज लीजिए. जो चीज़ भी आप ऐसी बता सकते हो बच्चों को जो उनको पहले से पता ना हो, या बेहतर तरीके से आप बता सकते हैं, तभी इज्जत बनेगी. आपसे कुछ सालों बाद टीचर्स की ज़रूरत ख़त्म हो जाएगी. यकीन मानिए आप. गूगल अंकल हैं, नेट है, नेट पे मौजूद हर चीज़ है. तो हम टीचर्स की ज़रूरत ख़त्म हो जाएगी. और टीचर्स की ज़रूरत ख़त्म नहीं होगी. टीचर्स की ज़रूरत कभी नहीं ख़त्म हो सकती अगर हम अपने आप को इनेबल करें, अगर हम अपने आप को बेहतर करें, हम अगर अपने आप को जो है पूरी तरह से, जिसे कहते हैं कि हथियारों से लेस करें अपने आप को, ताकि हम कॉम्बैट कर सकें, उनके क्वेश्चंस के आंसर दे सकें। अब होता क्या है कि कोई बच्चा अगर बहुत ज़्यादा क्वेश्चनिंग कर रहा है तो वो टीचर की नज़र में ख़राब हो जाता है, और सबसे अच्छा बच्चा वो होता है जो बिल्कुल खामोश रहता है क्लास में, बिल्कुल नज़रें नीचे किए हुए, जिससे बोलना भी नहीं आता, जो आपसे बोलने में स्टैमर करेगा। जबकि बच्चा वो ज़्यादा बेहतर है जो आपसे क्वेश्चन कर रहा है। ज़िंदगी में कामयाब वो बच्चा होगा जो आपसे क्वेश्चन कर रहा है और आपकी काबिलियत को जांच रहा है, क्योंकि वो भी थोड़ा बहुत काबिल है, कॉन्फिडेंट है। तो डरना नहीं है, सिर्फ जो है बच्चों को ठीक राह पे लाने के लिए अपने आप को ठीक राह पे लाना है। तो शुरुआत हुई थी इस चीज़ से कि अरेंजमेंट क्लासेस का यूज़ करें प्लीज़, ऑल ऑफ यू। और ये आज नहीं है, हम लोग ये एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं, सॉरी मैं ड्रिफ्ट हो जाती हूँ बार बार, जो पॉइंट्स हैं उस पर से, हम लोग ये एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं कि क्लासेस में जब हम बता रहे हैं बच्चों को, वो एक बार बचाने से, 2 बार बताने से, 3 बार बताने से बच्चे को बिल्कुल हिफ्स की तरह याद हो जाए और वो वही करें जो आप कह रहे हैं। और ख़ुद हम अपने आप को सोचें, बैठ के अपने आप को 5 मिनट, हर आदमी को, वो बच्चा हो या बड़ा, सेल्फ इंट्रोस्पेक्शन की ज़रूरत है। ये सोचने की ज़रूरत है कि हम में क्या क्या खामियां हैं। तो हम में सबसे बड़ी खामी ये है कि हम आज सुनते हैं उस बात को, आज असर रहेगा, कल भी शायद असर रहे, 4 तारीख को भी असर रहे, अगले हफ्ते तक पहुँचते पहुँचते वो असर ख़त्म हो जाता है। यू स्टार्ट डूइंग द थिंग्स जो आप करते आ रहे हैं। बार बार बताना पड़ता है, बार बार नोटिफाई करना पड़ता है, उसके बावजूद जो है टीचर्स को जो करना है वो करते हैं। 2 दिन असर रहता है किसी भी नोटिस का। तो हम कैसे एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं कि हमारे बच्चे जो हैं हमारी बात सुन लेंगे और वही करेंगे जो हमने कह दिया। बहुत नालायक है, सुनता नहीं है, बदतमीज़ है। यही लफ्ज़ जो हैं वो आपके बड़े भी आपके लिए इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं, मैडम और सर, क्योंकि आप लोग भी 2 बार, 4 बार, 6 बार, 8 बार बताया जाता है तो भी नहीं फॉलो करते पूरे साल। मैंने तो नहीं करते देखा अभी तक किसी को भी रिलीजियसली। जो बताया जाता है, जो नोटिफाई किया जाता है, उसको बार बार किया जाता है, उसके बाद भी आप लोग जो है भूल जाते हैं। और उसमें फिर क्या है, अकाउंटेबिलिटी तो हमारी है एज द प्रिंसिपल, एज द हेड ऑफ डिफरेंट सेक्शंस ऑफ द स्कूल। पूछा हमसे जाता है। फिर हमारी एफिशिएंसी पे सवाल होता है, बहुत सारा बड़ा क्वेश्चन मार्क, दैट you are not efficient as the principal, you are not efficient as the middle school in charge, you are not efficient as the vice principal, because you are not able to convince your teacher to act accordingly, though we try our best. So we were talking about the classroom discipline and school discipline, and it is the duty of every teacher. Class pass should be given to every student, one at a time, who wants to go out of class for washroom or for drinking water. Class pass should be issued, and Rashisa, please arrange for class passes so that each teacher should have a class pass. And now we are not going, though we have discussed that earlier also, and we had started doing it in our wing, but now it will be done very religiously, very regularly, that the teacher will be made responsible. Teacher will be made responsible if more than 2 students are there in the corridors of the same class. If you are not issuing class pass, you will be made responsible for that. So every teacher should have a class pass, every subject teacher should have a class pass, and the students, they will be allowed only with that class pass. Madam, primary section, in primary section also you can use the same thing. Yeah. Then, no use of corporal punishment or foul language with the students. Please, especially male teachers and some of the female teachers also, unknowingly, unintentionally, they use very bad language with the students. Yeah, they should not send the students out. This is what teachers are being doing, and this is the easiest thing to do. सबसे आसान काम है शरारती तत्वों को अपने क्लास में से बाहर निकाल देना. इनडिसिप्लिन स्टूडेंट्स को आपने बाहर निकाल दिया, वो खड़े होके, कोई उनको सजा नहीं मिलती है, वो खड़े होके क्या क्या कर रहे होते हैं. जब भी मैं क्लास राउंड पे निकलती हूँ, वो आपस में बातें कर रहे होते हैं, एक दूसरे को नोच रहे होते हैं, बड़ा इंजॉय कर रहे होते हैं. दे इंजॉय अ लॉट. निकालो बाहर हमें. आप लोग भी स्टूडेंट्स रह चुके हैं, सब लोग पता है ये सारी चीज़ें कि क्लास से बाहर निकालना तो बहुत आसान चीज़ है, और मतलब बहुत अच्छी चीज़ है उन बच्चों के लिए. एंड दे आर मिसिंग देयर लेसन्स ऑल्सो. सो डोंट, प्लीज डोंट डू इट. Avoid sending students outside your class, whether they are without books, whether they are creating indiscipline in the class. You can give them warning, and please communicate with their parents regarding all these matters. मैंने बहुत बार कहा है, उनकी डायरीज में लिखिए. देखिए, काम तो आपका बढ़ेगा. और ये मुझे मत बताइए कि अगर हम ये सारे काम करते रहे तो हम सिलेबस किस वक्त ख़त्म कराएंगे. सिलेबस ख़त्म करवाने के लिए बहुत टाइम होता है. मैं 30 साल से टीचिंग प्रोफेशन में हूँ, और आई यूज़ टू टीच इन अ कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट where I had to finish the syllabus of chemistry, biology for 2 years, 9th and 10th, in 2 months only. And I used to do it. और अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह अभी तक जो बच्चे मिलते हैं, जो कहाँ बच्चे, क्या बच्चों के भी अब्बा और वो सब हो गए, सबका ठीक ही ठाक मेरे बारे में ख्याल है. तो मुझे पता है कितना टाइम लगता है सिलेबस ख़त्म करवाने में. अगर कोई टीचर जो है वो सिंसियरली सिलेबस पढ़ा रहा है, वो क्लासेस जूनियर क्लासेस हों, या जूनियर क्लासेस में तो और आसान है, या फिर वो सीनियर क्लासेस हो 9 to 12 हो. प्लीज़ डोंट गिव मी दैट एक्सक्यूज़. Anytime you can have this time for these activities which are a part and parcel of being a teacher. तो प्लीज़ आप लोग जो है कम्युनिकेट कीजिए. अगर कोई बच्चा 4 दिन से आप कह रहे हैं वो बुक्स नहीं ला रहा है, अगर वो उधम कर रहा है, उसकी डायरी में लिख के भेजिए, और दूसरे दिन याद करके उसकी डायरी को चेक कीजिए कि उसके पेरेंट्स ने वहाँ साइन किया कि नहीं, जहाँ आपने लिखा था कि योर ward is not bringing books for the last these days. नहीं, 4 बार आपने लिखा, 4 बार साइन नहीं मिला, फिर आप उनको कॉल करेंगे टू दैट पर्टिकुलर पेरेंट. यह आपकी ड्यूटी में आता है. प्लीज, ये ड्यूटी से अलग बातें नहीं हो रही हैं. Then, though I am being bilingual here, but it is absolutely necessary to communicate in English with all the students. Absolutely necessary for all the teachers to communicate only in English with all the students, and especially my learned teachers of senior secondary boys. And my learned PGTs. It will also serve the purpose of discipline in your class, believe me, if you start communicating in English with the students. And if you make a rule regarding that nobody will communicate in any other language than English in front of you, then the students will stop talking. That problem will be solved. Class teachers, with the help of monitors and language monitors, should frame an action plan to encourage the students of their class to communicate in English. In my wing, Ms. Seher Rubab and Ms. Anam Iqbal, along with the English teachers, will be in charges of English enrichment program. And likewise, all the other heads may nominate their teachers for the same. They will have to give a monthly report of the program to me, which will be included in the monthly report, which will be sent to the management. Okay, all the heads, they can make 2 or 3 teachers responsible for that program, because all the other teachers will not be, all the teachers will not be made responsible, equally responsible. So in our wing, in the senior secondary boys wing, Ms. Seher Rubab is there, and Ms. Anam Iqbal. Okay? And you have to give a report every month without fail on 30th of every month, so that it will be included in the monthly report, which will be sent to the management. And all the heads of different sections of the school will do the same. They have to send the CCA report and this report every on the last day of the month. Now class 9 to 12th. As we all know that we are lagging behind in the syllabus also, syllabus completion due to our school being the center of the board exams of class 10th and 12th. So our main focus now from 4th of July itself should be on the completion of the syllabus in an effective way. We cannot rush up the syllabus, but we have to make them understand the things. We can use the smart panels, but our main focus should be on the completion of the syllabus for class 9 to 12. And please, all the teachers, PGTs who are teaching class 9 to 12, be regular to school. Don't take leaves, because already they are lagging behind in their syllabus. The students are very much lagging behind. Okay, so we need to concentrate on that. Then wants to reiterate once more that be regular and punctual to school. Leave policy will be strictly followed for latecomers. Avoid taking unnecessary leaves. Half-day leave in first half is not permitted. I want to repeat it once again, these points. Then subject coordinators are required to take weekly meeting with their faculty and note down the proceedings without fail. This is for all subject coordinators. Subject coordinators, kindly raise your hands, all the subject coordinators. Nadeem Saab. So I want all the subject coordinators to convene the meeting of their faculty on every Saturday, weekly, without fail. And on the last Saturday of the month, I will have a meeting. They have to submit the register, subject coordinators registered after every month, on the last day of every month, so that it can be signed by me. Okay, all the subject coordinators. Then attendance register and attendance on software should be properly maintained. Though it is quite a hectic task to maintain the attendance, to give the attendance on a daily basis in 3 forms, that is on attendance register, on software, and in MOD also. But you need to do it. Okay? So attendance register and attendance on software should be properly maintained. Messages should be sent to parents of absentees on daily basis through software. Can we send the message on software? Yes. So the teachers, class teachers, they have the responsibility of sending the messages to the absentee students, to the parents of the absentee students on a daily basis. Okay? And this should be done before the departure of the students. This should be done before the departure of the student, after, not after the school. Then copies should be meticulously checked by teachers and verified by coordinators. Report of copies verified should be submitted in the office of principal every month. That practice we should restart. It was stopped due to that corona pandemic. Now the subject coordinators, they need to check and verify some of the copies randomly of every teacher and submit the report how many copies are checked by them and verified by them in the office of the principal on the last day of every month. Okay? Each subject coordinator should start doing it. Then every class teacher is required to maintain a record of communication with parents. We had started it before pandemic. Now restart it again. And it will be helpful for them in case of any complaint or grievance of parents. It will greatly help the teachers concerned, class teachers. So kindly make a record of communication with the parents in a separate register. If you are calling a defaulter, kindly note down the date and name of that defaulter and the date on which you call them. It will be helpful for you only. कभी कभी पेरेंट्स आ जाते हैं और कहते हैं कि हमें तो कोई इत्तला ही नहीं मिली, हमसे तो किसी ने इस बारे में कहा ही नहीं. तो हर बारे में उन्हें बताइए और हर बारे में जो बता रहे हैं उसको नोट भी कर लीजिए प्लीज़. कुछ नहीं करना है आपको. 4 बच्चों को अगर भेज रहे हैं, आप ये नोट कर लीजिए कि आज इनसे बात हुई, आज इनको ये भेजा है हमने इस डेट में, डिफ़ॉल्टर्स को भेजा है, इनडिसिप्लिन को भेजा है या किसी और वजह से भेजा है, आपको नोट करना है और उसको जो है अपने पास रखना है, ताकि ये एक आध केस में हमारे यहाँ काम भी आ चुका है कि हमने नोट डाउन किया और पेरेंट जब आए तो हमने उसको दिखा दिया उनको. ये काम आ चुका है. तो ये टीचर्स के लिए, क्लास टीचर्स के लिए ही काम में आने वाली चीज़ है, सब्जेक्ट टीचर्स के लिए ही काम में आने वाली चीज़ है. अगर आप, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ़ यू आर टीचिंग मैथ्स एंड यू आर नॉट अ क्लास टीचर ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर क्लास, just tell that particular incidents to the class teacher and ask him or her to write it down immediately. तो दोनों तरफ से भूल नहीं होगी. Okay? So these are some of the points which I wanted to discuss with you all. वाइस प्रिंसिपल मैम और अहमर इमाम साहब और हेड मिस्ट्रेस मैम, सुजाता मैम, अजूबी मैम, डू यू वांट टू डिस्कस एनी अदर थिंग विद योर टीचर्स? एनीथिंग लेफ्ट? Covered everything? Thank you. So I think 5 minutes break for the for drinking water or to freshen you up. आप लोग उठिए, खड़े होइए, थोड़ा सा अपने आप को स्ट्रेच कीजिए, उसके बाद जो है नीति की थोड़ी सी वर्कशॉप